So, as digital experiences evolve, the line between static and what's in motion is getting harder to define. Designers today aren't just creating visuals, they are reshaping how those visuals move, respond, and feel. So, let's start by exploring this shift. Where do you see the boundary between static visual design and motion design today? Has that line blurred in recent years? Ian, I'd love to know your thoughts on this.
Sure. I think that probably like 5, 10 years ago, the line was really easy to see. It's like, does it move? Then it's my job. If it doesn't move, Sean, you got it. But over the years, I think we've gotten a lot of things like Figma having interactivity, creating tool sets that let visual designers do a lot more motion on their end. So I think the line shifted a little bit. But now on the flip side, we have so many more things on the other side that we're working on. There's a lot of tools that have changed it for us to make design easier.
Yeah, I think from my point of view, with some of the new tooling out there, as Ian mentioned, I think Protopie, Figma, Principle, Lottie, to name a few, and of course the process of vibe coding. Both motion and visual, in my opinion, are definitely becoming increasingly blurred. When you think of Lottie in particular, it has made it so that designers can design and animate with overall less restrictions and to output a JSON file that essentially contains the animation all through code already. And this means that engineers don't have to painstakingly rebuild each frame of the animation that you just created. Instead, they can just use the JSON file, which definitely speeds things up. And I would say there's still a boundary overall, though. However, in terms of skill level and talent, the typical product designer, and that's subjective, of course, is going to be more focused on solving a user problem as well as visual design. And typically, this means they're not going to specialize in motion graphics as much and visual storytelling. And the motion team where we work, and that's Ian and his team, they're incredibly talented. And when we have share outs, usually, in all honesty, most people get excited by their work the most because they really bring the screens to life. When you think of, if you've been in design presentations before, you'll see, in Figma or in a Google Slides deck, you'll see a bunch of stills with a bunch of arrows pointing to different things, or maybe even some GIFs. But when you see the whole thing animated, it really brings everything to life. And there's definitely an appreciation for that.